Sadhguru, do you think that everyone needs a guru to be guided towards a spiritual path?
It all depends what's your understanding of a guru. I know all kinds of people are being called gurus, so that's a different issue. What I would say is, a guru is like a roadmap.
So how do you know who's the right guru for you? Because you haven't walked the path, how do you know it's the right roadmap?
You don't go shopping for gurus. You just you just create a deep longing within yourself and it will happen. So if you sit with a guru, if you feel threatened by his presence, at the same time, you want to be there all the time. You're drawn to it, but at the same time you're threatened by it, then he is your guru. If you're very comfortable with him, he is not good for you.
What is the aura that you emit that grown, intelligent young men and women become giggling fans of you? I have seen this everywhere. There must be something that
you haven't met the old ladies then, they're also giggling.
I'm talking about the old ladies only, the old ladies, the old men, everyone.
They're not giggling because of me, they're giggling because they have become blissful. So as I said, what I offer them is not a teaching, not a philosophy, not a belief system, just a technology for inner well-being.
And what about reincarnation? You have been reincarnated?
You want to know what happens after death?
I want to know what is this cycle of reincarnation?
So what you're asking is, what is the nature of life?
I suppose, yes.
Once an inner dimension of perception is on, why will you ask somebody what is the nature of who I am? This happened in the Cincinnati airport. There was a long lineup for the check-in counter, and one man jumped the queue, just went straight to the lady who was sitting there, shoved his ticket and said, you know, she said, "Sir, please join the line." He said, "No, I'm in a hurry." She said, "Everybody's in a hurry, please stand in the line." He started shouting and said, "Do you know who I am?" She promptly picked up the microphone and said, "There is a man here who doesn't know who he is, can somebody help him?"
Somewhere I also read your theory about karma, where we are paying for things that we might have done in the past. But I feel that if I'm not aware of what I've done in the past, if I'm not aware of my past lives, for instance, then why and how will I even pay for those things in the present?
This whole thing about karma is completely misunderstood. Karma means action. Action can be performed physically, mentally, emotionally and energy-wise. These are four types of action. Every action has a residue left. Or in other words, this is a kind of software that you write for yourself. Karma is a software that you have written for yourself, but you wrote it unconsciously. Whatever you can do unconsciously, you can also do it consciously, isn't it? So the whole spiritual process, in one way, is about wanting to rewrite your karmic software consciously.